Hello and welcome to my very first Twitch TV uh, broadcast because I just figured out how to use the Twitch broadcast app on the PlayStation, which, I really wasn't much to figure out. It is a button here marked share and you just kind of walk through it. But, I still had to Google that because it's so much easier than just figuring it out for yourself. Just, look it up and there's the answer. And I do that a lot, and so I thought, hey, maybe I'll contribute something. And I've really been digging this new game called Tropico 5. It's not really new, but it's new to me. And it's new to the PlayStation 4, newish. I think it only came out a few months ago. Anyway, it's like a city builder, and we're going to play through and do the first part of the sandbox uh, gameplay. The game is broken into four parts. There's the Colonial era, the World Wars, the Cold War era, and the modern era. And each one has its own specific set of challenges and needs and things you can do and events that need to take place to move on to the next one. And we're just going to do the Colonial up until we declare our independence and move on to the next era, because that's going to be long enough. And this is my first one, and I seriously doubt anybody's watching, so I don't want to be here talking to myself for the next few days. So we'll just keep it at that. We're going to begin. I've got a dynasty here. As you can see, there's 5 members of it. You can see in the sort of right-hand center of the screen underneath the picture of all that same dude. They level up as you play with them, and I've only been playing this game for a couple weeks. So I don't really know the ins and outs of how the dynasties work. So for our purposes, we're just going to start a new one. And that Torres, okay, and it starts with T, and that'll help me remember this is for my Twitch broadcasts. That's cool. Torres, that's for twitching. Twitching. I used to say that when I was a kid. Instead of bitchin', I was told I could say twitchin', which doesn't make any real sense to me. It's, the sentiment is still the same. Why changing a letter makes it appropriate is beyond me. So there we go. We're done. And then we're going to get a little tip or a couple of neat factoids about various dictators. Those are fun to read if you're quick about it. I'm sure you can just look up somewhere what they said. Like what we were saying. Somebody wrote it down and you just look it up. Prudencio Torres will be our first dynasty member, and by default, the president. The president has, all right, so check it out. So gender and name and race and face are meaningless. You're actually never even going to see any of these people again, except when you go back to this screen. So what they look like is, I don't care. It's not important. What is important is their skill. And as we go through the game, we'll see that there are managers who pop up within your population that all have a skill that are called celebrity or cheapskate or environmentalist or financier, and each one grants a certain bonus to whatever building you apply them to, and we'll get to see all of that in a few minutes. What's unique about the president, though, is that their skill is then translated globally. So they get, a foreman, for example, the global effectiveness of production buildings is increased by 2. So that means when you've got all these buildings spread out over all the space, just by having Prudencio as the president, all of their effectiveness is going to go up by 2. And every little bit counts. As she levels up, if you saw on the previous screen when I showed the Piccadilly dynasty, somewhere level 3, those bonuses increase over time. For us, we are going to go, and you can go and look through these all you want on your own, but we are going to choose, where to go, celebrity. Foreign aid is increased by 10%. Periodically throughout the game, especially in this first part, we're going to get money in foreign aid, and the more liked we are by the foreign office that is sending us the money. It could be the crown. Sometimes it's the United States, sometimes it's Russia, sometimes it's the Axis or the Allies. It all depends. I think the Middle East is in the, it's a bunch of different factions. They'll all send you money. And having her be a celebrity as the president is going to increase that by 10%, and it adds up because if you play it right, you can start getting bonuses all the time, and every little bit of income counts because that's the real thing of this game. So we're going to pick a celebrity. Her name is Prudencio. You don't get to choose their names. You barely get to choose much of anything, but we're just going to say okay and move on into the game. Oh, you can actually make her change what she looks like, but you know what? I don't care. She looks like an angel. I love it. It's pretty much something I'd choose anyway. All right, game settings. Here we go. Calle de Fortuna on the map. There are so many maps, guys. So many. And there's the generated map where you just put in a series of attributes, say, make me a map, please, and it's just a random map. So this game's got unlimited replayability. If you enjoy the gameplay, you can play it forever, and it's always a slightly different experience. And there's also DLC. The Tropico, or the PS4 version, came with a couple. The Baia del Fato and the Big Cheese. And there's another one that I guess you get to play on the water. I don't know. I don't have any of that. I'm just now getting started with this. But we're not going to use that. We're going to use something I know about. This is Calle de Fortuna. It's a really basic. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got some decent coastline. You'll see why we need coastline as we progress. A varied amount of terrain. And also it came with the demo that I had before I got the actual game, and this is the only map they had. So it was, I got pretty good with it. And it's the same. All these maps stay the same on each playthrough. Only the generated map has any randomness to it. So we'll just stick with this one because I know what it is. There we go. Starting population of 50, starting money of 5,000. We're going to keep all the defaults except for disasters. You could turn this up. The instructions say don't do it, but you can go all the way up to very high. I've seen people do it, and it's actually not all that difficult. It just kind of reduces the amount of money they pull in general, but so long as you apply the same principles, you just have to apply them a little bit harder to keep getting the money. It's pretty basic. So we'll just keep everything here. We're going to turn the disasters off because I don't think they add anything to the game. There's nothing really you can do to mitigate disasters when they happen, so there's no planning involved. You can't like set up levees or lay in special planning to reroute lava or something should the thing explode. There's nothing you can do. So every so often they just show up to just dick you over, and they cost you a bunch of money, and even that doesn't matter because you can rebuild so quickly that it's just an interruption. And since there's nothing to them, you don't get any extra points or whatever for having them. And I'm not going to set any victory conditions here either, just so the game just keeps right on going. So with that, we got it all set up. Let's start the game. Some more information there about a dictator from history, just because, I don't know, I can't really read them from this far away. Okay, here we are. Sorry for the delay. I wanted to get something to drink. Here we are. I've paused the game so we can take a quick moment to look at where we are on the island, and then maybe we'll do a quick scan over of the island before we begin. So we're going to be quick because I don't want this to go on forever. Here's your dock. There's your Teamsters. There's your construction office. These are some houses. This is a cornfield. This is the palace. Of everything on this map, the only thing that really can't move is the palace. In order to build, you have to have a construction office, which means that the game will not allow you to not have at least one construction office, because the loss of that one would mean the game could no longer continue because you can't build a construction office without a construction office. Teamsters move stuff around your island. You're gonna, get used to this building because you're gonna build a lot of them. and their job is to carry shit from here to here, or sometimes to other places around the island, depending on what is coming from here. Corn, we'll get into that. It doesn't matter. Get used to them. Can't have too many Teamsters. We have one, that's fine. Houses are for keeping people from being homeless. And you know what? We don't care about that right now, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit. So that kind of stuff can all get just destroyed here, and we're going to do that after we get started. Here, this is your only source of food right now. We'll get into food in a minute. I'm going to move it here in a bit, and I'll show you why. But I'm just kind of getting started here. So, and then here's your dock. You're going to be able to build more docks. Ships come in and out of the dock, carrying away all the stuff you produce with the people on your island. Now, we'll do that too. I didn't really plan out what I was going to say, so I'm probably going to be repeating myself a lot. And that makes videos boring, but yeah, I don't care. This is my first one. So, see this thing here? That's a quest. We're going to see a lot of these. They're just like any other quest. You click on it. In this case, you push circle, and it gives you some task. You complete it, and you receive rewards for it. It's quests. We've done them before. Most quests actually appear, all quests, except for this very specific one, appear over the palace, which, other than being a home for your president, its only other function is to hand out quests and also just kind of be in the way. You end up having to kind of build around it because you can't move it unless you can. And if anyone ever sees this and can tell me if that's the case, please, by all means. I'm in no way an expert at this game. I'm still just messing around. So, we need to get started. Our goal in the colonial age, over the next 4 years, is to declare independence by producing our own economy and becoming a self-sufficient island without the need for the crown to constantly send us money. That is actually a very simple task. All you got to do is make a bunch of money, and you do that by growing a bunch of crops and digging a bunch of holes in the ground and stealing all the ore and just, raping Mother Earth as we've always done. That's how you do it. And in order to do that, you need people to develop the land, and those people need money. In the bottom right here, the bottom left of the screen, you see the mini map where it says Colonial Era, and below, right above that, you see some money. It says $4,950. We have that much money in the positive, and we're going to spend all of it. And then we're going to spend about $10,000 more. We can go into debt up to $10,000. And we're going to need all of that. We're going to do a little deficit spending to get some economy bumped up in here and start making money right away so that we can very quickly move on to the housing and really solidifying our economy so that when we're ready to go independent, we've got a good foothold and into the next world wars. And that's the goal for this one. So, how do we do that? Well, we're going to build stuff all around here, and we're going to put in crops, and we're going to put in ranches, and we're going to put in all manner of stuff. And we can find that. Oh, before, I do want to talk about this here, the quest. I've got it on pause right now, so nothing's happening. Like, the game has just stopped until I hit left one time. We're going to let this run for just a second. And eventually, there it is. A quest is going to pop up right here. This is the quest we want. Saving this to last. And when we do it, you'll see why. We're going to start with this quest, though.
His Majesty has come up with a most ingenious plan to defeat our enemies. We will send them food and then conquer them once they have become fat and lazy.
Your first task is to begin food production. Yes, he wants us to build a ranch for pigs, which is incredibly convenient because we're going to want to build a bunch of those anyway. That's what we're going to do anyway. It's going to be awesome. By completing these tasks, our mandate is extended. Our mandate right now sits at 4 years. In 4 years, we will be fired as governor, and we won't be able to play anymore. We need to make sure that we are ready to go independent prior to that event. And so we do that by finishing these tests. So we're going to accept the task. There it is. New ranch. Okay. Triangle opens up the screen. This is all the stuff you can build. It's a lot. Most of it we can't build yet because we don't have the right technologies. We're going to get the technologies too. But we want to start with some infrastructure. And that's right here. Specifically, we want a construction office. And I want to put it right here. Okay? And I'm going to leave a little space so I can have a road go up there. You know what? Let's do this instead. Better. Pro tip, lay your roads down first. Save yourself a fucking bunch of hassle, man. Get your roads solid. Okay? And in fact, this one here, we're going to go ahead and just do a circle around it. Roads are pretty cheap. And they help us out. Since this can't move, it may as well be ready to, let people around it. There's the road. Now, construction office. Look at where it says infrastructure in the center there. Construction office provides additional builders and dispatches of the construction sector. We're going to do a lot of building real fast here. We're going to need that second set of construction. We've got one now, and it's fully staffed. It takes 8 people to fully staff one. We'll have 16 builders. They're going to help us out. There we go. Boom. It's connected to a road. You saw that green arrow there. See it? If it were a red arrow, it wouldn't be connected. You'd want to run a road to it. There you go. To our right, construction office. Under construction, 0%. We're going to set the construction priority to high. There is also normal and low. Normal, high. That's all the construction people will do the ones that are set for high first, then the ones that are set for medium, then the ones that are set for low. I think. There's really no telling what the Tropicans are going to end up doing. It gets weird. For our purposes, we just want to make sure that this one gets built first. We could also do a quick build, but that won't be necessary, and we need this money for other stuff. So there we go. That's done. Now, demolish. Let's blow some shit. Here we go. See these houses? They're gone. I don't want them. They're just in the way. There we go. Okay. Now, eventually I'm going to want to move this construction office, but I can't get rid of it until this one's built. But that really doesn't matter. So, what do we got? We got our construction office. We're good. We got our houses getting blown up. I'll give you the short answer now. Don't worry about housing for a while. At least not for the first part of the game and well into it. You could actually, I once took it all the way to all of the Cold War without once addressing my housing. Everyone just lived in shacks, and they were mostly okay with it. They get touchy after a while, though. Here we go. All right. So triangle again. We've got those things ready to blow up. We're going to skip right over to raw resources. This is our money in the colonial area. There's not a lot else we can do. The next one over is industry. This is where you take your raw materials and you turn them into other stuff, and then you sell that. Right now, all we've got available to us in industry is the creamery, which came with this big cheese DLC. You produce cheese out of milk. And a lumber mill. You make planks out of logs. Bunch of logs all over the place. But I'm going to go ahead and, for me, and this is a personal thing, I don't much care for the logs. They've just never really held any sway for me. Planks, you eventually get to turn them into furniture, but that just seems like a thing. If you were it's a role-playing thing, not what we're doing now. We're going to stick with some other stuff. So anyway, we're not doing any industry. We're going to stick with primarily raw resources. And we've got 2 choices right now. We've got 4 choices, but we're going to stick with these 2 right now. You've got your plantations. You grow stuff with plantations. You grow crops. You grow corn. You grow sugar. You grow cocoa. You grow tobacco. Whatever you grow. This is meat and wool and sheep and goats and cows and stuff like that. Llamas, I think, are the other ones. And the difference right off the bat that you see is for $800 and 4 people, I can have a ranch. For $2,000 and 8 people, I can have a plantation. So I can build 1, 2, 3 ranches for the cost of 1 plantation, create 12 jobs instead of just 8, and I'm going to start making money a lot faster. Because here's another tip. All of this stuff has a price that it sells for when it goes out of your dock, which is why we're growing it. We're putting these in so that they'll start producing meat or milk or wool so that we can, for a little bit, feed our people, but mostly take it down to this dock right here, and a boat will come and get it and give us money. So we want as much of that going on as we can, and we're going to do it with the ranches, specifically at least 1 pig ranch, because we want to meet the requirement of that quest. Here we go. Ranches. Pigs. Now, see this grid, and it doesn't look great, but this basically tells us the quality of the land for what we want to grow. And it looks like there's some good stuff over here that we can use and utilize, and that might actually be worth it over here. We can only go as far as we've explored, so we're going to want to send out one of our troops this way to kind of open this area up. It's also going to open up a mine for us. We're going to want that too. So yeah, we'll definitely send somebody out. In the meantime, we are just going to start growing some cattle. And I don't like putting it this far away from the dock, but it just doesn't look like we're going to get a great sort of effectiveness if we don't. So, but it's not that far. We can set it up right. So here we go. Let's do this. Now you can't. It's hard to see for all the trees, but there. Can I do it? Where else can I go? Okay, there. See how it turned red? I can't put it there. So 1 step over here, as close as I can get to that mountain, in the green. We have a good looking ranch here. And here's a thing. Once you put it down, all those trees go away. Which is another reason why logs are not as lucrative as it would first appear. Because you lose a lot of these trees in development, and it's just not a great one. $2,380 left. So there's our pig ranch, I think. Yes, there's our pig ranch. We can leave the priority as normal. We're going to turn the budget all the way up. Oh, I forgot. We got to turn the budget up on these things. It's important. And you can do that here. You can also do it after it's built. It's a different thing. Don't worry, we'll get to it. There it is. Plantation. Boom, there we go. Construction office. Boom, there we go. Teamsters. Boom, there we go. Dock. Turn them up. Don't worry, it's not that much more money, and you'll make it up. I promise. Good, there we go. What's next? We need more ranches. Another pig ranch. See how green it is out here? Oh, this is going to be nice. This is going to be real good. Okay, so line it up again, right there. Let's do another one. Look at that. Boom. Oh, isn't that nice? Okay. Do another one. How's it looking this way? Can I grow them over here? You know what? We sure can. It's not as green, but like it's certainly not as good as it is over here, but I can't get to that right away, and I need to get growing. So what we're going to do is leave space for a road, but we're still going to line them up. Boom, boom. There it is. And once you get the first one down, the rest of them, it's real easy to lay them down. Boom. Let's do another one. What do we got? 6? See, I'm in the negatives now. I'm in the negative money, 820. There we go. Okay. Huh. Still got a good amount of money. Got to get a road here, though. Go ahead and start, like, up a ways. Because you're going to want that road there anyway. And it's pretty cheap. And come down as far as you can. You can come down even further. See, into the ocean there? That's as far as you can go. So cool. You know, we're just going to put that there, too. I think we're going to want it. It's going to come in handy. I promise. And then we want to get to the docks as fast as possible, which means it's going to be a straight line. See, you never end up wanting where everything was put by default. You're going to want to move all that. That's why I'm getting rid of those houses. We'll do houses in a little bit. That'll be fun. Cool. And then we'll go like this and extend it out a little bit. And then I want to, oh, shoot. I'm going to put it out a little bit more, I think. There we go. And then roads, you just got to get a feel for how they want to lay down. There's no reason to go into explaining it there. It's all connected now, and everything will go to my dock. Eventually, it's going to be worth it for me to put a dock right here. Then all of these would just go down, except these aren't going to last me very long. And you'll see why in a bit. This is a very temporary measure. We're going to move over to plantations and move away from this is like almost as soon as possible. But we got more money. How are we doing on ranches? It looks like I can fit a couple more in there. Yeah. And pigs. Oh, I didn't explain why, but meat, of all the things that ranches can produce, meat is the one that gets you the most money. And yeah, we'll just throw that down there too. So now we got 8. And we got 3,500. What else? What else can we do? Well, you know what I was saying about logs? How they suck? Well, that's cool. They do. But I can also just kind of squeeze a little bit extra money and a few extra jobs out of this. So logging camps, here they go. 800, I can get 6 jobs out of it. So I get a couple extra jobs out of it than the ranches. But they're just lame. I just don't like it. You can use them if you want. I don't care. Or don't. I'll put one here. When you put them in like that and it takes away the trees, I don't know if you lose those trees. I would imagine that you don't. But who knows, right? There, we'll just put it right there. Okay. And then road. There. Okay. Road. Turn the budgets up. Don't forget to turn the budgets up, you guys. It also goes a lot faster if you're not, like, yammering while you're doing it. Focus on what you're doing. Kind of wish there was a way to do this, like, all at once. Like, raise it all pig ranches all the time. There we go. The ones that you miss will stand out real quick. What do we got? 5,120. See, I got more room here for stuff. So what else do we want to do? Well, I definitely want to get somebody exploring over here. So we explore by that's the other thing the palace does. Is they've got your first army unit, the only army unit you have, and not at all the last. You will get more. Send him out. When the army guy goes out here, he's going to explore as he walks, and then when he stops wherever you put the little question mark, he explores a giant amount of that space, like a big circular area. So let's put it like here, I think, would be good. I'm pretty terrible at this. There's actually a strategy. I just don't know what it is. Off they go. 6,120. I got a little bit more money. What else can I do? What else can I get started? I'm going to end up tearing a lot of this down. So that should be a good start, I think. Oh, you know what we can build? We can build another Teamster's office. I don't have enough money for another Teamster's office. So there you go. There you go. Teamsters are all full up. Okay. So then we're good. For a good start. This will get us started. It's a good amount of money. It's going to get us going here. Let's start it up. And the last thing we want to do is buy the platinum package here.
As Crown Representative, I can offer you your very own trading license.
Yes, indeed. Trading license gives you a ship. Ship is what takes the stuff on and off the island. You are going to have so many more than the one. This is basically just the crown ripping you off. This is totally that. However, you get the platinum package, the silver package, or the trade license from the Dutch. Well, let me save you some trouble. Fuck that. You don't want bad crown relations, and the Dutch isn't going to do anything for you. At least as far as I can tell. I'm sure I'll get comments. Silver package is just what it costs, the price of admission, but you can get platinum package, and they're going to drop a couple additional trading offers, and we'll look at the trading screen after we do that. Something that a lot of people don't realize, or at least this is the tip I got, is that you can only spend $10,000 into debt as far as construction goes, but you can buy that platinum package for $4,000 and go even further, which is why I was really looking to see. We can close this for now and pause it again. Is there anything else I can build? Can I... The pigs kind of get lame there. That thing sucks. What else we got? Yeah, like goats. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, the real greens up there. And milk, rather start in with the plantations, if we're being honest. I guess start over here. Like, this is going to go... I'm going to move the Teamsters office eventually. The freaking palace just always just blows it. It's just a bad starting spot. Kind of just right in the center of everything. But I've worked around it before, so we'll figure it out. Those 4 houses are already on the chopping block. I'm going to build housing developments in a bit, and that's going to look a lot nicer than the 4 arbitrary things we're going to lose here. I'll end up keeping this and getting rid of this. I want to clear this area out by the end of this, which is kind of my thing. So, you know what? We need to move forward, so we're just going to hit... There goes those. Oh, we need to choose this here. Oops.
Greetings, old
We're going to
chap.
take the platinum package. There we go. And things are going to start getting built. There they go. Off to build stuff. This is almost done. There it is. Boom. Let me just pause this real quick. Good. I got the budgets all set. And people will start lining up to work here. I've created a lot of jobs. Let's look at that. Here's the economy screen. You get it by holding down L2 and square. If you hold down L2, you see little things pop up down there. Square is the one you want. We currently have 7 open jobs, 1 unemployed, with a workforce of 38 out of 50 people. In the mini-map screen, you can see a little people icon, and there are 50 of them. 38 of them are able to work. The rest of them are children or infirm or whatever. I don't know. Not all of them are going to be able to work. And not all of them are going to want to work. That's another just fact. And it's going to drive you nuts. But you're never going to have 0 unemployment. This is as close as you're ever going to get. Workforce, grade school level. I got a couple high school educated people, which is fun. I don't care. They're all working in the fields. Everyone's getting in the fields. But there they are. As this stuff gets built, more jobs will open up. In the meantime, the people who are working are building shacks for themselves, and they're happy with that. There we go.
His Royal Majesty has instructed me to present you with this letter of commendation for your achievements in the name of the Empire.
Yes, we completed a quest. You get automatically 6 months added to your mandate. We are up to 4 years and 2 months. You get a choice of $5,000, which is tempting. Don't worry about it. We're going to get money. The Swiss bank account is for advancing your dynasty. You saw how they could level up. This is how you do it. You spend money out of your Swiss bank account. And that is... there are other ways to get it. There are ways to get it. This is one way. There are other ways. There is the additional mandate. You get another 12 months. We'd be up to 5 years and 2 months, and 10 fresh colonists. And it's according to the internet, general knowledge. The general consensus is take the mandate, and I agree. 12 months, I can easily earn $5,000 in 12 months. I can easily earn 10 more citizens in 12 months. And maybe not the Swiss bank account. But I don't need it. It's not necessary. You will earn that money. Believe me, it's easy to do. We'll take the bad date. So there it is. 5 years and 2 months. I shouldn't pause it so much. I should let it just run on slow while I'm doing stuff like this.
Is the path to autonomy, Governor. We need more scientists to think important thoughts and discover new stuff.
All right, so the rebels want me to build a library. She's the rebels, and then there's the stodgy Lord Pennyweather, whatever his name is, the Lord Stodgy Man. He's of the he represents the Crown's quest line. She represents the Revolutionaries' quest line. In order to advance down the quest lines, you have to they have to be happy with you. So you don't want to alienate one or the other. In order to achieve independence, you absolutely do not want to alienate the revolutionaries. But the Crown is going to send us a boatload of money, so we need to keep them happy too. So they'll keep extending our mandate, and we can utilize this time to really build a strong economy. And then when it's time to go, when we've almost overstayed our welcome, we can declare independence and move on to the world wars. And we'll have a big old stack of money and a big old workforce, and we'll be ready to build more stuff. We do the same thing again, except with different things. So build a library. So they want us to build a library. We're going to build a library. Boom. That is found. Research and education. Costs $5,000. I don't have that. So that can wait. But we're going to go ahead and get these things built. See how he did that? Okay, so there's them. And yeah, so he opened up a bunch of stuff, a bunch of room for us. Now we can actually put in, if we wanted to, more ranches if we wanted to. We eventually are going to take advantage of this mine, but we have to learn the mining thing, which is part of what the library is about. We got a couple of mines we can look at. There's one over here too, but we haven't discovered it yet. That's coal. It will be coal. There's another coal, and it goes off to the back. Keep them going here. Hey, look at that. People actually watching? Awesome. So now I'm all nervous. That's no fun. Okay, so let's see. That's why I don't like building them so far away. It takes forever to get these things built. Hey, a boat! And look, it's already bringing out money. $1,975. All right. Let's put that towards debt. Uh-oh. Oh. These guys are kind of being jerks. That's okay. We'll get some more people. Things are looking grim right now.
Your family's rather rollicking love life has led to an unexpected pregnancy.
So these quests will come up, I'm pretty sure, at random. They seem to happen a lot more. Hey, it's Penultimo. I don't think he's introduced himself yet. This is how you grow your dynasty. These are the members of your family that can run for president, and when they're not being president, they can also be managers for buildings. They're nice to have. Build a new Catholic mission in 9 months. You know, we can do that. So that's something we need to do anyway. And we'll add a new member. This is a new dynasty. There's only one person in it. So here we go. And we've also got
Stage 1 of His Majesty's plan
quest.
has been initiated. All colonies must start exporting food to our enemies.
Yes, we're going to feed them to death. That's the plan. The king isn't very smart, which is why we're declaring independence. Export 3,500 meat. Not a problem. That's all meat. Okay, see, look, the Crown sent us 63.80. And for those of you who were listening in the beginning, because I made the president a celebrity.
Let's get this show on the road.
she's giving us a 10% bonus to the amount of money the crown sends us. And so long as we keep the crown happy, they will send us more. And look at that. See, look at that. We've already got 5,000. We've already made a bunch of money here. So we're doing great. Let's speed it up. We really need to get these things built. And I hate that they're not building very quickly. But there they go. It's happening. Haha! 20 citizens have arrived. And they'll come and they'll fill in all these jobs for me. And they'll just go there. And they'll make us some more money. You know, it might help if I build another road here. Yeah, I didn't really think this one very well through, but that's okay. Get another road here and see if we can take it maybe from here. Yeah. It's a chunky road, whatever. It's just going to help them get where they're going a little faster. We can fix all this later, and we're gonna, once we get some money flowing. A boat!
His Royal Majesty has instructed me to present you with this letter of commendation.
Look at that. We knocked that one out of the park.
In the name of the Empire.
Yep. And we're going to take the 12th mandate. The Crown's super happy with us. Let's improve our relations with the Crown. Let's see if there's any way we can do that. We can export bananas to them. That'll give us a foreign standing of 5. They'll also take wool and tobacco. These are good things. We could grow both of these things. They'll take logs now, and I got a bunch of them coming. Who knows if they'll stay. They'll probably stick around at least till they run out. See, or we could give them to the smugglers, which lowers our foreign standing. We're not going to do that because we want the money from the Crown. There are other ways to improve our standings with the revolutionaries. Gold, I don't know if there's a gold around, so I don't think we need to worry about that. And then luxury goods and industry goods, there's none left. So we got one ship. Well, we got a choice between bananas and those logs. And logs can happen right now, so we'll do that. There we go. Julia, you're in charge of that. The more the Crown likes us, the more these quests are going to send us. Look at that. Yeah, this is that part of the game where you just kind of wait. And what I'm going to do now, I think this might do it for us. This might bring us more people, actually. Yeah, corn and meat. There we go. See, the Crown's sending us money again. They sent us more this time because they like us. Good. Let's build. Okay, so what I want to do is take advantage. I want to do a little planning ahead. And right now, while these are working and doing their thing, we're going to kind of lay out my next plan here, which is to build some plantations, which will eventually, I'm going to do that, build all the plantations here. I'm going to do the same thing over here probably, and just kind of have it both going on both sides. And somebody's chatting with me. I can't see your chats. That's a bummer. Hold on, I can. I'll figure it out.
Shavings? No! Savings!
All right, so I'll just watch it on my phone, I guess. Maybe it'll work. I've never done this before, guys. This is my very first one, and so go easy on me, fellas. There we go. Okay, I can see the chat room now, but I don't have any historical chat. And there's going to be a big old delay, too, so there you go. Anyway, we're going to build... Let's see, we paused. We paused. Stupid game. Okay. Where was I? Right. I want to start laying out some roads, which are going to serve as kind of a backbone for what I'm about to do up here, which is lay out some crops, and I'm going to hope to lay them out in a way that maximizes their effectiveness boosts on each other, and I'll show you how to do that. And it's going to build up the money. We're going to build some more docks maybe over this way, but I want to leave some shoreline open for now. You know what? Screw that. We're going to do it a different way. Here we go. Fuck all that. Here we go. Boom. We're just build a big old long road. Just like this. Far as we can get it. We're going to have to send some troops out this way to explore that last little bit. There it is. Okay, that works. Cool. Teamster's office. Oh, you need to go. So we're going to need to build another Teamster's office so I can move this one. Because I want all this... Well... Okay, we'll do it this way. There we go. A little more square here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. And then I'm eventually going to get rid of this road. And kind of... Actually, I'll do that now. This is eventually bullshit. Let's do it. There we go. And you can go. Don't. Oh, destroy those houses. Oh, they'll be fine, guys. Don't worry about it. All right, cool. And then, let's pause. We're gonna build some road here again. Yeah, I see you're in the way of progress there, asshole. There. All right. And that little square, we can utilize that for like houses and shit. Plus, it's a good size, a good gauge for what I'm about to do over here, which is let's build some crops. We got 69 people. The reason people come to my island is because I have a lot of high-paying jobs and a lot of food, and people are generally cool with me, except that I only have 8% approval, and that sucks. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Crops. So, oh, shoot. Actually, the library, guys. Totally spaced on that. Gotta build a library, because that's how you get new technologies, is by producing research points. And right now, the only research points you get are from the library, unless you're lucky enough to have a manager that is an inventor. We'll lay him out. There we go. Turn up the budget all the way. We'll let that happen. In the meantime, let's lay out another crop here. I want to get started on my plantations. Okay, so again, with the grid, and it tells us what's going to go good where. So right now, if you look, it's a banana plantation. Look along the right. There it is. And as we go through, there's cocoa. Cocoa grows pretty good up here. Not really so great down here. Red is out. Can't do red. Red isn't going to work. You can tolerate yellow. You'd rather not. Down here's good, though. Cocoa's good. Keep that in mind, because we're actually going to utilize that, I think. And we're going to lay some cocoa down here. That's good, but we're going to move along. I want to show you the other ones. See, coffee. Coffee doesn't grow. Coffee goes good over here, though. Corn, yeah, but corn sucks. We want to work with our cash crops, things that don't get eaten, things that are worth a lot of money. And those are cocoa, coffee, cotton, and tobacco. Sugar's good too, but for different reasons. We'll get to that. Tobacco, there we go. It's got some green up there. That's kind of cool. What do we got? Sugar. It's pineapples. We'll do all that. So what we're going to do is cocoa. That's what I want. It's cocoa. And I want... I don't know. Let's put it up here. So as close as we can get to the ocean without losing any of the grids. There we go. See, we can go further down and just get shorter. We want it up there. Cool. There it is. I'm going to pause that for a second because I want to... There we go. So now let's just sort of... We've got that there. Ooh, neat trick, actually, guys. Neat trick. Well, this is a good opportunity to do this. No pro tip. So we're going to lay down our road, right? And the goal is I'm going to have as many of these... son of a bitch. We'll start from this end then. That's not going to work either. Fucking shit. Fine, we'll do it here then. Here we go. Alright, that's as far in as I can go. So there we go. I've laid out my second road, and I've kind of shown my work here. And I discovered, after I laid down the road, and after I laid down the plot, that I was off. I actually want to move this up a little bit, and I actually want to move this road right behind it up a little bit. But actually I'm not. I want to move this up a little bit. Since I actually haven't built anything yet, I've merely laid down the plot, I can cancel the construction and I get the 2,000 back. The trees stay gone, the roads stay in place, it's shaped perfectly, really helpful to be able to do that. We can lay down, and it doesn't cost anything. We just lay down another cocoa plant, there it is. Boom, just like that. Okay, cool. Then we want to do another plantation, and not too many because I do need to wait till I get some more people in. Oh, I know where to get some more people. We do cocoa again? Yeah, why not? Now, I'll show you why that little bit of red sucks, but it's actually in the end not a huge deal, and I'll get to show you why here in a little bit. Cool. Alright, let's run it forward a bit. Here's my logging camps. See, I still got a lot of open jobs. You can see that in the economy here. Here it is, 32 open jobs. I could actually stand for a little more. If you keep it between 35 to 50, that will encourage people to come. If you keep your budgets raised up high, that means people will come faster because they know that there's a lot of well-paying open jobs here. Housing doesn't matter right now. Just get the people in. And this doesn't take long. It really doesn't take long. It's just I keep pausing it.
While His Majesty finds your island's backwardness most amusing, he is now worried that it will hinder his great plan.
Yes. Majesty finds you. Yes, so we're going to research a sickle. Yeah, that's already happening, or it's going to happen here. And there it is. Still don't have any people in there. I wonder why that is. Oh, I know why. Because I didn't turn the budget up. Watch this. No, I still don't have a lot of people there. But yeah, if the budget isn't turned up all the way, people won't work there because there are other jobs that pay more. So you have to remember to turn your budgets up. Same here. Now this one's going to be weird because you need college-educated people and you don't have a college. I've never not had one show up pretty quickly if I turn the budget up all the way. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. Now we're doing research points. And we can go here and do our research. He wants the sickle. I agree. Followed by the shovel. We want mines. Then ranch upgrades. Then everything else in order. because it doesn't really matter. But we really want these farm upgrades, and we really want these mines. That's where our money is. I'm a little behind schedule, for being perfectly honest. Go. Here we go. Hey, I have an inventor. Oh, whoa. Stop presses. Stop presses. I have an inventor. Would you look at that? The inventor... We'll start here, so I can show you. The inventor generates research points proportional to the building's effectiveness. Now, I initially thought that an inventor should go in a college, because that's where the research points come from. But I learned, after a bit, that the research points will come from whatever building you put them in, so long as... And it's relative to the effectiveness of the building. And one of the things that we're going to do is we are going to crank some effectiveness ass out here. That we're just going to kill it out here. And we're going to do that by maximizing how our layout is, and I'll show you why, which is why I was concerned about making sure I had enough room. And let's move it forward a bit. Oh, yeah. You know what? Oh, it's a shack. Somebody's living in my... Okay, well, I'm going to blow this up. I actually don't want this anymore, and I don't want it here, so it's just going to go. I got a bunch of people who aren't working in the fields. They're not making any money. They're done. You can also just fire them. Tip. You can also just start firing people. And then... I accidentally invited a foreign worker. You can just kill the jobs and people won't work there, but you won't get rid of the building, so that when you want the construction running again, you can just hire them back, but they're not sitting there idle, not making any money. But who cares? We're blowing it up. Hey, I bet this brings people. I bet this brings some people. Oh, you dick. My one foreign worker arrived. And a citizen. Oh, that sucks. Why don't I have any more people? That's a bummer. How am I doing? Well, I think it's time to start in on my... Well, I want the... Remember when this was all green? Fun. Okay, so here's the reason why ranches suck in the long term. They were great in the short term. They got us money, they got stuff built, they got us jobs, they got us people. But and I'll be honest, this wasn't the best setup. I could have done better. I wanted them over here, but I wanted the green. But now it's all like this, and over time it's going to get worse. Eventually I'm just going to destroy these, and all these people are going to move over to my plantations over here. Now I got a good amount of money. Let's go ahead and keep building here. Oh, you know why there's nobody working there? It's because I didn't turn up the budget. Oh, that is so flippin' important. Okay. There we go. Now people are working there. Now people are working there. And then, do I have people working here? I do. I need to do some exploring. I need this area opened up. Specifically, like right... Just go to here. I specifically need that. So I want to get that started too. I don't have mining yet, but I will. And then we can worry about that. Oh, got a quest.
Listen very carefully. I shall say this only once. I've learned of a secret weapon that is crucial to the revolution.
Now, we already built a library, and in my opinion, it's kind of a waste to build another one. However, it's part of her quest line, and I think if I abandon it, I might be abandoning the quest line. So I'm just going to build her stupid second library. And once that is met, you can destroy it later. It doesn't matter. Where's the fucking libraries? I think it's a bug. It doesn't seem like... It should... Most of the time when you're told to build something that you've already built, it will acknowledge you. It will say, oh, hey, it's already there. But for whatever reason, this... They want their second library. So there we go. That probably could have waited, to be honest. Let's get some more plantations down. Cocoa. Cocoa's good. Cocoa is a strong Yeah, if cotton... What about coffee? Yeah. If cotton was a little bit brighter green, we could do it. Bananas, they don't sell for much, but they're a food source, but we'll get to that. It's looking like... Yeah, not the best looking crops here, but it'll do. We'll figure it out. Watch this. So we'll do cocoa. I like cocoa. Cocoa grows well. And...
His Royal Majesty has instructed me to...
Great news. While searching through the crates of...
There we go. Just get this stuff in place. Cocoa. Good, cocoa. Oh, see, it's unexplored. I can't get to it. Cool. Then I'll put something else in. We're going to put in a sugar. And I want it right here. And we're about to find out why. Because it's going to give me an upgrade that's going to make everything else here kick ass. And then I'm going to show you why cocoa, in my humble opinion, kicks ass. These all need to get turned up. Don't forget to turn up your budgets, buddy. There we go. And this one too. Actually, it doesn't matter. I just want the... I'm gonna destroy it almost as soon as I build it. Yeah, see, it's going up. Pretty good too.
Thanks to your efforts, the revolutionary
here we go.
movement
This is
growing
new.
Stronger.
Okay, so this is just like the crown, where they give you things like extending your mandate or giving you money or whatever. With revolutionary support, you can get educated citizens, you can get new trade routes, or just straight cash. And never take the cash. Cash is easy. Look at that. Look, we're already up to 5,300. We're fine. And I got a bunch of new citizens, so these jobs are going to fill up. It's going to be great. We want revolutionaries because we want that approval rating up. The more revolutionaries we have, the more they're just going to be happy with me. Boom. There we go. And you know what? I ain't got...
Our research team, that is to say me, discovered the shovel 40 times.
Okay. Yeah, so mines are unlocked. Good. You know what? We're killing this. I don't care. I don't want you here. You're just a waste of shit. It doesn't need to be there anymore. We've met the requirement that we were trying to get to. Got a bunch more money. That all got explored while I was busy dealing with that nonsense. So that's good. Sugar's getting built there. What is this? Another cocoa field. What else we got? Just get this built up. Yeah, see, cocoa's green again. So, yeah, see, cocoa. That's a nice looking cocoa spot. And it's going to be money in the bank. Hard to see. There we go. Right there. Good. And then build another one. And try to stick with what's green and, will sell. And food generally doesn't. However, what food does do is give us happiness because, and it does sell, there's money in it. It's just there could be more money. But increasing happiness by adding another food type, and that's good. And pineapples are an option, and that means I'm going to use them, and I'll show you why here. And this is all about the upgrades. I'm laying this out specifically to be all about the upgrades, and I think I can get one more row up here, and it's going to be so cool that I need to actually open that up a little more. So more exploring. Boom. There we go. That should open that up enough for me to lay down a few more crops without running into that unexplored noise. Budgets. Always remember your budgets. And you'll know why when you forget, because you'll see that nobody will want to work there. Like was the case with my pals. Everyone just bailed on me. And why are you leaving? And I'd forgotten. Yeah. Oh, and Teamsters. Got to do some of that too. And I think you guys will be fine for now, I think. Actually, that's shitty. I wonder. I might do that up here. Okay, I'm thinking about my residential area. Eventually, I'm going to have to build it. Oh, I need to move this baloney too. See how weird that is? I don't even think that's connected to anything. What is that connected to? Nothing. They're just walking. So they need a. That's funny. It's not actually connected to anything. Okay. How are we doing there? Okay, good. And then what about plantations again? So now we're going to go up here and we want to lay down another set. And what do we got? See, tobacco grows well. Bananas, cocoa. See, cocoa again. Cocoa's big money. And problem with cocoa is you can't use it for anything until modern times when you can build a chocolate factory. But until then, you're just selling cocoa. And it sells for about 1,000 a unit, which is really, really good. And you can produce a lot of it. And I'll show you why. Let's do it. Let's go just cocoa. Oh no, what I wanted to do actually also. Pineapples. Never build just one pineapple. I'll show you why. So we're going to do another one right here. And it goes into maybe. It's fine. Yeah, it'll get explored. So there's that. We want to do another. I think we want to do cocoa for these last two. We want the money ones. There we go. Money. And money. Oh, that's going to be money. Okay, good. Yeah. Boom. Okay. Road. You people are watching still? This got to be boring as hell. Okay. And then we're going to build another road here. Doot. Oh, you can only build like so many squares at a time, and it's silly. But that's the way the game played out. Now look how neat that looks. Nice and neat. We need more Teamsters. We are definitely going to need more Teamsters. Let's just worry about that in a minute. And you know what? I need my other construction office back too. This is going to take forever to build. Quest. Fun.
His Majesty personally inspected several reports from your colony and discovered a major oversight in your designs.
Yes. Upgraded plantations. Mandate will be extended by 6 months, plus another year on top of that for doing it. This is totally something we were going to do anyway. We've been really lucky with the quests. Some of these you do, it's a different quest line, and it's kind of adversarial between what's optimal for your island versus what the crown wants you to do. This has been a good synergy, though. This has been helpful. And that's not a problem. We're out of money at the moment. There will be more. Oh, very soon here. Oh, quite a bit more, actually. And we got some more citizens. How are we doing on jobs? Yeah, I still don't have enough open jobs. So, well, more will come. We're still building
my manuscript
here.
And published it on...
Yeah, ranch upgrades. We'll do those too, but not right away. Wait till we build some money up here. Oh, there we go. 9,000. That's helpful. Yeah, we need some Teamsters. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Teamsters off. Let's put them here. And we're going to try to keep everybody on the one road. And that's helpful. We'll do it again here. Teamsters office. Well, we'll build 2. We'll put another one here. And eventually I'm going to get rid of that one that's down there. Or at least turn it around. Probably at least turn it around. And try to keep everybody on the same road here. I don't know that that makes any difference, but, you know, there you go. Turn the budgets up.
Great news! We found out how to use the muskets the crown
Military
sent us.
fort. Cool. Not really going to worry about that right now. Maybe not even in this era, to be honest. It's not totally necessary.
We are one step closer to developing the Revolution's secret weapon.
Cool.
We now need to develop several technologies.
We can do that. And, okay, we need another construction office because this is taking way too freaking long. Yeah, and we will put it... Can I fit it, like, here? Yeah, alright, cool. I don't like quick building, but these are worth it. Because the sooner you get people in here and working, the faster you're going to be building. And we got a lot of building to do. I didn't turn the budgets up, did I? Nope. Okay, oh, there we go. More. Cool. Okay, that should be everybody. Now. 19 citizens. See, people are showing up.
My good fellow, I have it from a very reliable source that there be gold in them there hills, boy. I suggest you send some men to find it.
Yeah, it's there, and on this island, there's 2, I think. There's one here, that's gold, and there is one over here. I think that's gold too. Kind of sucks that it's really far away over here. But I guess, because he's going to want us to dig at it, and that's kind of going to be important. I guess we could build a dock over here. Let's see how it plays out. We might not need to do that one. Because the upgraded plantations, I think, is the main quest line. We may not even need to deal with that there. Dun dun dun. Oh, there we go. There we go. And now we got enough Teamsters.
I sat with 3 other members of the research team. Suddenly, it
Got
dawned
some
on
more
us.
research done.
With 4 men. You get it?
Good. Okay, now let's talk about effectiveness. We've got this laid in the way we wanted it. Oh, yeah. How are these doing? Yeah, it might be time to start shutting these down. Because I'm gonna and I can rebuild like this whole area. See, that's all wonky and I don't like it. You don't know that I don't like it. You only know that I don't like it because I'm telling you. But I don't like it, and this was by default here. This has been the same corn plantation. We can move this somewhere else. This is all going to go, and I'm going to create more plantation. We're going to do basically what I did here. I'm going to do it again over here. And while simultaneously, I'm going to see if I can build some housing in here and see what kind of housing block I can create to really bring up our happiness, which is kind of 19%. It ain't great, but it'll get better. You'll see. It'll all play out. So, good. But first we wanted to talk about effectiveness and plantations. So, we learned about... Let's go to the sugar plant... to cocoa. Where's my sugar plantation? I thought it was there. And isn't it this one? Oh. Okay. So this was supposed to be a sugar plantation, and I didn't change it, which makes me silly. Yeah, that needs to be a sugar plantation. And when you upgrade, you can change the crop, and it's almost instantaneous. It costs you $200. And what happens is your budget gets reset, and any like upgrades or whatever were lost. But here we go. So we got people should be piling in here pretty quick. We're running at regular speed, so it's not actually. It's going to be pretty slow. So effectiveness. Remember when we had we talked about the grid? This is the effectiveness of growing cocoa in this area. It's nice and green. Sugar, it could be greener. That goes to that's a main component of our effectiveness. The second part of our effectiveness is employees. Effectiveness determines our production. The higher our effectiveness, the more we will produce, and the faster we can start shipping the stuff out. Right now, our effectiveness probably sucks. We have got negative 60 because of the workers, because we only have 4 workers in there. More will come, and that'll pan out. We got plus 25 because I knocked the budget all the way up, and then there are actually managers that you can put in here that will increase it even further, and we'll get to that. And then minus 4 for location because it's yellow. You know? Here's cocoa. Still, it's a workers issue. We lost 85, and that's a big deal. But then we got plus 45 because of the location. See that? All green. We get a big old bonus on that. So even without the workers, we're still doing good. But once the workers get in there, you're going to see a big boost. And then we're going to get into production or plantation upgrades. And we're going to do that right now. So where were we? Sugar. Sugar has fiber fertilization. And what it does by activating this for $4,000 or up to $15,000, all of the surrounding plantations will have their effectiveness increased a minimum of 10, all the way up to 30 per plantation. And that helps. And all I got to do is turn on this fiber fertilization. So I'm going to do that. Boom, there we go. And the reason I have it laid out like this with sugar in the center is because I've learned that the fiber fertilization affects everything that's adjacent to the area. So, boom, plus 6. Plus 6. We're going to get, yeah, there we go, plus 6. How about this one? Plus 6. So you got it. How about this one here? Plus 6. Yeah, see, it all got it. The only thing that doesn't benefit, come on, there we go, from the fiber fertilization upgrade is the actual sugar plantation itself. It doesn't get it. However, it will benefit from another one. So if you put 2 next to each other or 2 within range of each other, you can do that too, which increases its effectiveness. Its effectiveness then affects the effectiveness bonus of everything else. So you're kind of trying to create a synergy here. Now all of these are getting a really kind of cool bonus. Moving on. So cocoa. Cocoa's going to be an expensive one because I got a lot I got to do here, but we'll do them as many as we can do. We'll start with this one here. Cocoa. Inoculation. Effectiveness is increased by 100. And that's it. Not effectiveness is increased by 100, but job quality sucks forever because you're hiring slaves. There's no up or down about it. Effectiveness is increased by 100, but you lose 10 workers or something like that, or you got to double up on the workers. There's no penalty to this. This is probably one of the best plantation upgrades in the game, at least at this level, or even at any level. It just doubles your effectiveness for $5,000, and that's it. It's just like that forever now. And when you look at some of the other, when you look at cotton, which is a really high value crop, but the upgrade isn't just the upgrade increases effectiveness, but then you lose workers, which is good, but not for me as good as just straight doubling my production. And I'm going to do that here, here. Being able to add 100 to the production also really makes allows me to be a little more liberal on where I place the cocoa, because you're not going to lose as much profit because you're sitting in a shitty place. But this place, hokey smokes, 138, and yeah, as soon as I get some good workers in there, you're going to see the upgrade there. You're going to see the production just fly through the. Yeah, I'm out of money. Okay.
His Royal Majesty has
Oh, hooray!
instructed.
I forget what I did. Oh yeah, there you go. Research technologies, that's fine. Oh, 14,464.
We just discovered the number of times you need to get hit by a plank to actually discover something. It is around 7, depending on the plank in question. We call this the Planck constant. I am sure it will become very important one day.
And I'm sure it will too, Penultimo, but not today. The planks and cheese are the only two industries that are available to us right now. Yeah, I got them broke again. There we go. But stuff's getting exported. The only real issue is if it can all fit on the boats. $61 open jobs. Yeah, people will start piling in here pretty quick. Because they're eventually going to want some houses. There's an autosave. Those are not very frequent, so it helps. Crown just sent me a boatload of money. That's pretty cool.
We've been feeding our foes literally tons of food. Yet they haven't gained any weight. His Majesty is furious. He demands more food right now.
Yeah, I can do that. I took a couple of food crops, didn't I? I took some pineapples. That'll help. We still got the corn. That'll help. We'll be able to do this no problem. Now here is one of our first kind of tricky decisions. For a while, it was always take the mandate, always take the mandate. And then now we've got, we can increase prices by 20%. We get no mandate extension and increased revolutionary support, which is what we need, because we're sitting at 18%, and we actually need to address that. I've got 5 years left on my mandate, and I'm going to get some more time. Even out after the quest, you still get a couple of boosts to that. So we're going to go ahead and take the increase by 20, because it doesn't appear to anger the crown at all. And so long as that's cool, I don't want to upset them, because I still want them sending me money. So we'll do that. And they want 20,000. Oh, shit. Okay. Cool. Okay, yeah. Let's see. 61 open jobs. Yeah, we can actually start closing these up because these aren't producing for me anymore. So, boom. We're going to just start. Actually, we'll leave it there. And we're just going to start blowing them up. You can blow them up and you lose what's in them. You can fire everybody and let the Teamsters clear them out. I just don't care that much about the food. It's not producing much anyway. Demolish. There we go. So, boop, and boop, and boop, and boop. And I want them all gone. We're going to put some more ranches in here in a bit. Right now, I just need that stuff to go. Yeah, and then all those jobs are going to open up. Or that's going to get rid of a bunch of jobs for me. But they're not going to be unemployed because there's plenty of work. Yeah, there's still 44 open jobs. We got a bunch of people unemployed, but that'll get filled. Oh, my managers! My inventor, I forgot. Okay. Remember how I was talking about how it has to do with the effectiveness? The effectiveness of the library is 125. It's as good as it's going to get. I don't think there's anything else I can do to make that more except by adding a manager. I can add a manager and that will increase the effectiveness of the building. Like, yeah, there we go, supervisor. But there are better places for that. But that inventor, what is the effectiveness? Let's find something with a good, strong effectiveness. Let's look at these cocoa fields. Wait, there it is. 167. Well, that's already a boost. And as soon as these freaking jobs start getting filled, we're going to see an even bigger one. So I'm going to stick it. Oh, what is this? 157. This one had 10 more. Yeah, let's drop it here. Okay. Ooh. See, you don't think about it, but now it's going to start producing points. It might even tell us what it's producing. Look at that. 234. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to tell us how much it's actually producing, but it is producing. There we go. Look at that. Alright, got a bucket of money again. Coming in like crazy. Let's blow some shit up. Let's clear this area out here. And I want to get started on it. We're going to need another dock, which I think I'm going to put down here. That's a really good spot for it. You don't want them too close to each other. You'll see maps where they're all like piled in. Traffic becomes an issue in the later games, in the later part of the game, and boats have traffic too. It seems like they don't, but they can't share the same space. They won't pass through each other. So if you've got one coming in, one coming out, and they can't pass each other, they'll just sit there until they figure out how to get past each other. It's happened. So yeah, spread them out if you can. Plus, you'll have these things kind of going out of this dock, and you'll try to get these sides going out of this dock and kind of ease up on traffic as well. Traffic's not an issue in this part of the game, to be perfectly blunt. Let's gotta have at least one. I shouldn't have put that there. Should have put it on the other side, and I want to move that one too. So here we go. But first things first. Corn plantation's got to go. I'm going to put it back, but I got to get rid of it for now. And we're going to demolish this road too. There we go. Cool. And we're going to try to kind of square this off here a bit. Kind of hope that... There we go. And then we need to kind of... See, that didn't even, like... Okay. Let's get rid of all this. Just clear out the roads. Don't be afraid to just blow shit up. Oh, except for you. Okay, don't... Yeah. You need to be there. You need a road. There you go. But that's all you get. That's enough. But, build over their shacks. Blow up their hospitals and put new ones in. Just kick out old crops and put new ones in. You kind of get into the habit or get into the idea that you want to kind of build on top of what you've done and keep growing outward. But really, it's kind of more important to me anyway to just make sure that the space I'm in now is maximized. And to do that, best way to go about it is just don't be afraid of these people. Fuck them. You know what? You're a dictator. Do whatever the fuck you want. Do literally whatever the fuck you want. I'm going to rebuild. I want to build this road out here to like there. Perfect. And then I want all those gone. I want to go. Nope. Like that. Oh, I just blew up a house. Cool, that's fine. Boy, I'm breezing through these. Oh, that's actually good too.
Thanks to your efforts, the revolutionary movement is growing stronger.
Oh, I gotta find that gold deposit. Okay. Eggport agriculture. Oh! And actually one other thing real quick here. So, alright, so we did the pineapples. Remember how I said you don't want 2 pineapples? You don't want just 1 pineapple? You gotta have 2. That's because they're upgrade is pollination partial. Increases the effectiveness of all other nearby plantations by 25. So you got two next to each other, and they'll feed off of each other, I think. So by turning this one on, the effectiveness of this one goes up. By turning it on this one, the effectiveness of this one goes up. Because the effectiveness of this one went up, the effect it has on this one will be higher, which means that the effect that this one has on this one will be higher, and it's magic. You can get some big yield increases like that. So boom, there we go. One more. Boom, there we go. What are we at? 170. And it'll get better. We've got the, yep, there we go. There's other things we can do. You might want to get some, we could get some ranches out here. There's an upgrade you can use from the cattle ranches that'll make these all better. A little bit helps. Let's see. Get that. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not too. Oh man, I fucking hate logs. They're not doing anything for me. How close are we to finishing this bullshit? To the trade screen. Well, we'll start down here and work our way up, and when this gets in the way, we'll get rid of it. But we need to move forward with our upgrades. So let's do plantations. And we want the corn. We really, really do. It's facing up that way. So because corn, again, it's a food type, and it never stops growing. I mean, it grows like corn. We want to go here, I think, because that's, yeah, and see, that's lined up. Ah, beautiful is that. I love roads. Okay. Already looking better. Okay, cool. Oh, see, I can get rid of that road too, except that it's kind of doing something for me. But I will get rid of it eventually because I want to make sure I'm getting the same general look over here as well. This will be fine though. So let's see. Can we do a sugar field? Stick with our original. Yeah, it's not so bad. It's not so bad, right? There, and then yeah, so it'd be there, I think. Yeah, if that's right. Okay, and then what else? Let's look at what else. Bananas would grow. Bananas are good. Cocoa. See, cocoa's not the best grower right there. Coffee, corn, cotton, pineapples, sugar, tobacco. Yeah, kind of not the greatest land. We do got some bananas, though, and that'll add to our food happiness. Plus, it's a little bit of money. It's not optimal, but there you go. It is what it is. Cotton, where would cotton grow? Am I going to get any good cotton out of here? There'd be a good one. And cotton's good because I can use it later in the World Wars. Corn, coffee. Coffee's good. Actually, between the coffee and the pineapples, I could run a pretty good cannery. Yeah, so we'll put the coffee there. And we want to, for this one, wait, I had something here, though. I think we decided that maybe bananas are good. They grow well. It's jobs. Yeah, that all is going to have to go. That's a bummer. I can put some, yeah, we can actually take advantage of these trees here to finish off the trade thing. So these can all just go. We're going to go like that. Okay, good. We're going to do a plantation of, let's see, fuck, I want cash crops. I've got enough of freaking food. Sugar, tobacco. Sugar, well, you know what? Sugar makes rum. And I would think 2 of these plantations should be enough. 3, I could probably run 2 sugar plantations, or two rum factories in the future. And it does still add to the fiber fertilization, to the effectiveness of everything else around it. So, yeah, well, is that all there is? Yeah, alright, that's really all I'm really going to get. That's fine. And then, let's see, we're going to do, demolish. They need to go. They're ruining my juju. That's okay, I can rebuild them down here. Okay. There we go, good. We'll go like this. Oh yeah, and that's perfect because it goes right. Oh, how beautiful is that? Just a straight line right to my mine. And I don't think the other mine has that luxury. It might. Huh, look at that. See, so I got a straight line between the 2 mines, which I need to get growing. Everybody kind of comes down here. That's kind of cool. That worked out really well, didn't it? All right. So what's good? What's fun over here? We got sugar again. I really want to get some cocoa. See, cocoa's just the cash crop, and if I'm not going to get a good coffee run there, and I'm not going to get cotton, or tobacco sucks too. At least cocoa. Yeah, cocoa's a winner. Boom. Okay, I need to begin the process of moving shit. So, that's good. I think that's everybody. Cool. Turn your budgets up, guys. Look here. See how everybody's piling up? Well, there's one thing about not building housing, which is nice, is that you can see where they want to live. They'll just build a house right there. Tropicans are weird. If you build their houses too far away, I've had filthy rich pharmaceutical executives, rather than live in a mansion that was too far away, just build a shack right on the front of their pharmaceutical tower. And it was silly, but that's the way they just decided to do it. So, see here? We got all that. I'm going to actually put some housing here. I don't know exactly how far the Tropicans are willing to travel, but I'm thinking this should be enough to kind of get us over that 22% bump there. We are going to need another dock, I think. And I wonder... We're definitely going to need another dock here. Okay, so let's... Kind of the problem with the road is that it is a thing. You can't just build over them. So, that's fine, though. Now, the dock. See how they want country homes? Well, we'll get to country homes here. Alright, that's, I think, as good as that's going to get. Unless, is there any way I can get it this way? Yeah, I don't think it's just not going to fit that way. There. I think that's about it. Cool, and then that'll be fine. And now we're going to set up a road. There we go. Look at that. Turn the budget up again. It all counts. It all counts. All right, so that's going. We've got the budget turned up. People should be getting there. Got more citizens coming in. That's good, which means we're going to have more. Yeah, I've only got 13 open jobs, so I need to get more jobs built, which means we need to start uh, building up more. I'm going to have at least 3 more plantations up here, and then we're going to start creating some jobs in the residential section I'm going to put together right here. So hopefully this will work out well, but this needs to get cleared out. You are in the way of progress, assholes. Pro tip, think of construction offices as disposable. They're not really cheap, but you're going to want to put them where you want construction to happen. And otherwise, if there's no construction happening, especially if in the area that they're in, they'll help in construction efforts across the island, but otherwise they're just taking up jobs and they're not making you any money. So you have to have one at any given time. You've got to have one, but then build them where you need them and get rid of them when you're finished with them, because those people will find jobs, and there's always going to be, if you do this right, you're always going to have a bunch of illiterate people willing to work in things. And for some reason, the Teamsters and the construction offices seem to fill up open slots a lot faster than everything else. Like, they'll go to these places in lieu of these. I don't know. These are just my observations. At any rate, that means one of these has got to go, and it's going to be, right now, you. Bye-bye, buddy.
We have invented...
And actually, go ahead and quick build this. These are the only things I like to quick build. So look at that now, and now I can get rid of this one. And then I gotta get rid of the road here. Cool. And see, I got a perfect slot. And see how it's all laid out? And that all began because I laid down this one here first and built my one first road on it, and everything else just sort of fell into place. And it looks just beautiful. It's coming along real nice. What are we putting there? I think we said we were going to put coffee there. You know? Because once you get... Yeah, oh, it's going to be beautiful. Coffee. Boom, 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 boom. Wait, boom. Okay, look at that. Build a road up there. But not across yet. Let's do this. And this can just go, as far up as you want to go. There we go. But maybe we kind of not build that across right yet. Let's do this. And this can come down as far as, science will allow it to. There we go. Oh, I still gotta put those mines in. Okay, so let's see. Let's do... Is that sugar? Cool, that is sugar. That's all that matters, as long as sugar's in the center. Okay. Plantations. What else is good? So, cocoa. Cocoa. Ah, see, look, God, cocoa, right? Coffee. Cotton? Yeah, cotton's really good. It's just not going to grow on this island. Sugar. Yeah, sugar's good, but it's just not... Sugar sells for, like, nothing. God damn. Well, can I get another coffee in there? Because I wouldn't mind having it around later for canned goods. It helps. There we go. And then... Yeah, it's just cocoa, that's just beautiful. I'm like hesitant to even do that, coffee. I just kind of want it there later. And a lot of these cocos are going to go. Like the things that are down here, surprise, I'm actually going to get rid of these coming in the World War, because I want the shoreline available for industry so I can start pumping that stuff out. It's a little easier to do that than it is to try to start a new civilization area, a new like populated area over here. But you can do whatever you want. That's kind of the forward thinking I have, which is how I'm dealing with the colonial era right now, is how is this going to affect me moving forward? Because I'm going to declare independence. I got 3 years and 10 months left to go. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. cocoa. Yeah, just money, money, money. There we go. Oh, got ourselves a quest.
Congratulations, Governor. We are almost ready to deploy the Revolution's secret weapon.
Yep. So they're going us to build a newspaper. And, okay, that's good, actually, because it'll give us a time to start on my next thing, which is going to be a housing block that I'm going to fit, I think, right in here. And I think that actually might end up being a really perfect size for it, which means I am going to end up wanting that road there after all. And building it here is going to allow me to not have to get rid of this stuff right away. It's just a little easier to work with. But all that, the newspaper, the clinic, it's all going to, the clinic, the newspaper, the church, it's all going to fit in a nice little package right there, which hopefully will be close enough to everybody's work that I won't get all butthurt. See how they're living down here by the coast? This is where they want to live, but they're going to live over here. And that's just kind of how that is. Dicks. Lucky I even pay them. Alright, here we go. I might keep this area as Teamsters, and maybe that construction office I can move it here. But to keep this area all Teamsters and stuff that way. Because you gotta have Teamsters. You never have enough Teamsters. Oh, I think we need to hit our... There's an easier way to do this, and I'll show it to you. Corn. Okay, yeah, we need to actually, because I need to, these are all done and ready to go. Let's look at this real quick. Effective list, 254. Yeah, it doesn't, oh no, this wasn't the one that had it though. Who had it? Where's my inventor? Where did my inventor go? I thought I put a manager in there. Oh, good. We're done with logs. Okay, so that was the end of that. And I don't know if we ran out of time or just didn't finish the... Oh, yeah, I think a Teamster there is probably good, too. At any rate, we no longer have any active trade routes. So let's find one. Bananas. Bananas are good. We get a little more money and standing with foreign standing. So there we go. What else we got? Looks like bananas are it. Works for me. Oh, that's right. I have a second ship. You get one ship for every dock. So we can actually do two things here. Let's just do both on bananas because that's really all I have right now. I don't need to import coffee from the pirates, and I don't have any wool to send out at the moment, and I may never. Who knows? $44,000. See there? And this money's just going to keep increasing. It just gets better and better, especially when I start doing this stuff here. Matter of fact, let's do it. We'll just turn on all of that. Plantation, corn, selective breeding. Effectiveness increases each month after this upgrade is built. So eventually it's going to have an extra 100. This may be all the corn you ever need until the Cold War if you want to get into factory farming. Otherwise, as far as just food, this is fine. And we're going to look at the happiness here in a little bit. I know I've not really talked about it yet. I've been all crazy into building. Job quality is increased by 20. Not a bad thing. Turn it on. Sugar. Okay, that's fiber fertilization. So we're actually, I think it'll actually double up on a lot of these. Like this here will get double that, and we'll check that. Here we go. Cocoa, of course. There we go. Sugar again. There we go. Turn that on. Which one is this? Coffee. What is a coffee? Effectiveness is increased by 20. Well, yeah, okay, whatever. It's a pretty crappy upgrade, but okay. Yeah, see what I was saying, though? It's not great. Cocoa's it goes up by 100. And it sells for just as much. Maybe a little less, but you make a lot more. There we go. And there we go. I think that's everybody. Cool. Yeah. Damn. They're just walking around. So many people. We're almost done exporting agriculture. That's good. Okay. You know, I'm looking like I got a really solid setup. We want to get some more Teamsters in. That's right. And I want to put one right, for starters, I want to put one, like, right here. Nope, not a construction office, a Teamster's office. Maybe two. It'll be fine for now. Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. Okay, that'll work. Turn the budgets up. It's tempting to quick build. You know, just it'll get built. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I am gonna want a second construction office here, though. Because I got a lot of building I'm going to do here. So those you can quick build. As a matter of fact, let's do that now because I was going to put it like here, kind of in the center, and then I was going to put Teamsters on either side of it for now. And these, turn them up and quick build them.
We, the leaders of the Tropican nation,
All right, cool. Export agriculture is about to pop up. Let's look at edicts real quick. Oh, good. So I got the edict. So we are there. We'll get to that too when I start to build my stuff. So let's set this on play so that things are happening. And then we will look at our happiness. That pauses it anyway. Overall happiness is 22, which is not good. So we look at where things kind of suck. They're really butthurt about the housing. They're pretty happy about their jobs, though, because I pay them really well and nobody's unemployed. There's work for everybody and plenty more to there. Liberty. Liberty is affected by newspapers. It is also detriment. The army people are detrimental to it. So if you put army towers or bases near houses, their liberty will go down. You can use newspapers and later televisions to combat it, but for now, the liberty's at 40 because there's no army. I found that if you just leave the army alone for a little bit, you can avoid having to put the media buildings in. We're going to put them in anyway, though, because I'm going to try something I just learned as far as housing blocks go. Entertainment, they're never happy. Some of these, and healthcare, we can't do anything about. That's going to be 0 until the next era, but that doesn't seem to matter. But we're going to get some Jesus in there. We're going to get some liberty in there. So freedom and Jesus, that makes them happy. Keeping them fat and keeping them drunk. That's what we're going to work on now. They've got lots of jobs. We've got 48 open jobs, all illiterate. We're running at a deficit, but that's going to pick up here pretty quick, though, I think. As soon as these freaking things get built. It actually only looks like that because I've spent a lot of quick upbuilding or whatever. So here we go. Road. Yeah, they're going to want a country house. Road. And also, you know what? Road. Okay. Hi, welcome. Yannicki boy. This is my first live stream ever, so, go easy on me. I'm only going to do the... Oh, it's too short. Hold on. I'm only going to... No, it goes into unexplored territory. What? I'm only going to do the Colonial area. That area, that's kind of what we're doing. Once I get past that, I'll stop for now. That'll be kind of cool. Okay, so... Let's see if this will work. I got a lot of building to do here. Let's speed this up and get these buildings done here. So many citizens.
His Majesty's plan didn't work quite as expected. We were unable to make
Quite.
our foes fat. However, they were most thankful for the food and are now our friends.
Seriously? I just sounded it out. Well, I'm not going to say it again because it's a mouthful. I'm just going to call you buddy. Hey, buddy. We're going to take the mandate. Always going to take the mandate. Pause for a second here. Okay, so, yeah. Good. Eh. Yeah, I just never even occurred to me to try it. And then I was watching videos on how to play this game, and I thought, well, I want to make one. This looks fun. So, but I've only been playing for like 2 weeks. I guess I should go ahead and repeat my disclaimer. I am no expert at this game. So, it's just a fun way to watch. But I'm going to talk like I am. Okay, housing block time. Did that get finished getting built? We got people working there. Yeah, they'll get there. Okay, how am I doing on open jobs? Fuck, okay, good. Balance is back up. Good. Housing block. We're going to put it right here. Everything we need. Hopefully they'll all want to live there. If not, they can suck my balls. First thing we're going to do is edicts. We're going to turn on the building permit. No, take that back. Urban development. Decreases the cost of all residential buildings by 50% of their base price for the next 2 years. It costs $7,000. So turn this on when you're going to do a bunch of building so you can earn your $7,000 back in savings. In this instance, we're totally going to do it. You can also, if you've got a lot of extra money, I do actually, and we do, this is a brand new dynasty, so I do kind of need to get some money in there. You can also do the building permit, which increases the cost of all the buildings by 20%. And that's all buildings, not just residential. This is, I believe, residential only. And then the building permit is all buildings, but that includes a residential. 20% increase in price. And you're half of whatever. So whatever half of the 20% is goes to your Swiss account, which is for leveling up your people. Let's do both. Why not? So we'll do that one. That's urban development. And then building permit. There we go. We'll make a little money in our Swiss bank account while we're building a little village for our people. Hopefully this will work. So starting here, let's build can I build a market? A grocery, that's what I want. And let's see, 1, 2. Kind of want to make sure we've got 2 on each side. Looks like I'm 1. It might work. Okay, so we're going to build it right here. Okay. And then on the other side, country houses. That fits like that. Build them. I've heard if you build them like this, they build faster. I don't know. Maybe. So yeah, see, I got 1 extra space. I'll figure something out. We're going to build like this. So here we go. Build houses till you're out of money, or you reach 11 on each side. That should be plenty for now. Plenty enough to at least bump the housing problem or bump the happiness up. You're still going to have homeless people. Some people are just dicks and they're just going to live in a shack. And you know what? That's the creed of this particular administration. You want to live in a shack? You know what? That's your freedom. As long as you're picking my sugar, I don't care what you do. See, I told you I was going to start making the big old money. How much did I do? How many is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 10. 11 doesn't look like it's going to fit quite right, but we'll see. Yeah. You know, I played on the really big island, the one that's clearly meant for like 4 players, and I tried to build like as much as I could, and it ends up getting cumbersome. You can make just as much money by keeping your stuff small and maximizing the space that you have, and you have a lot less to keep track of. Parks and gardens, absolutely, and we'll definitely do that. Like this area here, I messed up the build a little bit, so I'm going to end up having some extra space here. But yeah, parks, yeah, fill in space, they love it, you know? But we'll get to that. Right now, we're just trying to declare independence and make people happy, and right now I think the houses are going to do that. Oh, we got to bump the budget up. And, you know, bump it up with the houses, too. I got a lot of well-off people, and they're more encouraged to live there if I make a house that matches their status. I think I missed one. That one. That one. Yeah, I did this one. Okay, cool. Same deal. Come on over here. Actually, I have a bunch of rich people, too. I overpay my people, and I often think maybe that's not the best strategy. I just wanna really spur growth. You know, it's good going into the Cold War with over 300 people if you can manage it. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. I think that's everybody. Okay, and then let me see. Open jobs. Good. Open jobs are coming in. Lay out my managers a little more. So what's next? We need a tavern. Game knows what it wants. It wants a tavern. And I'm going to stick it right here. Doesn't need road access. Perfect. Budget up. Oh boy. Look at that. Building permit will earn me some black market money, some Swiss account. That's kind of cool. 20 more citizens arrive in Tropico. Yeah, fill my houses. Love it. How's this looking? Okay. Oh, it's building slow because I don't have it on fast. Okay, that's fine. There we go. The budget high on that. Good. That's going to make our people happy. That's going to keep them drunk. So I said I'd keep them fed. I was going to keep them drunk. Now I need to give them Jesus. Got to have a little Jesus in there. Right there. Right across from the bar. You know, because I don't want them to be too happy. I need them to have a little bit of guilt. It's healthy for them. Keeps them honest. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Speed it up. Ugh, I keep forgetting. Oh, it's so pretty. There we go. And you are moving stuff, right?
Disaster. The revolutionaries are
Ooh.
demanding that you insult the king.
If I insult the king, I don't know what'll happen. I know what'll happen if I refuse to. I always insult the king. And actually...
It has been decided that an insulting letter is the best way to get our point across.
In my experience, one of these is going to give me happiness with the king. One of them is going to piss the king off, but it's going to give me happy with revolutionaries, and one of them will give me both. And I never know which one is which, except for one case, and unfortunately, it's not this one. This one's fun. Let's do this
The
one.
king congratulates your attempts at romantic poetry. He says your piece is one of the better he has read in the last few years.
Hey, I got away with it. Gobi. Is this shit moving at all? Huh. You know what? I think I might need to build a road here. I think that might be kind of what's going on. Ugh, I hate that bullshit. Oh, I freaking hate it. Okay, well, you know what then? Here's what we do. Because I want a straight line. I need to have a straight line or I'm going to go insane. This game is not for people with crippling OCD. Regular OCD is probably fine. Like the OCD that everybody says they have? Yeah, that's okay, probably. Okay, then down we go. How far can it go? Oh, damn. Okay, I had it, though. I need to move this out as far as I can get it. God, roads suck. Alright, well, while I'm dealing with that... Good God. Okay, you're a butt. Alright, we're gonna do this the hard way then. Bye. Yeah, no, the straight roads is... It's like a whole little mini game in itself dealing with the roads in this. Let's see. There, just get rid of all that. Alright, so now let's lay a flipping road down. There we go. That's the key. Oh, okay, well, that's okay. I don't really need a road up there right now, so, but I gotta explore up there. Good. Now that I have a road there, I think my Teamster might be a bit more effective, and I think I'll put him here anyway. And, yeah, that's fine. Oh, and then also you can't export because you... There we go. And again, a straight road for lots of people to go up and down, and that should help. Yeah, I know I say don't, but I just want that done, because I kind of... There we go. See, people fly to work in the Teamsters office. I think Teamsters and construction workers will fill up first before anything else. Anyway, back to this. Let's see. So we got our tavern, we got our Jesus, we got our grocery, we got our houses. I think I want to put another tavern in. Right here. There we go. So I put that tavern there. That's enough Jesus for everybody, but you need a couple bars because people aren't going to get drunk enough. So there we go. We'll turn that on. Let's build a couple more houses. Let's get those last two things filled. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Boom. Is my edict still up? Because yeah, it's running now. And I got 7 months left of it. And it looks like I'm getting like a huge lag between chatting and between seeing what you see and answering you. So I apologize for that. Still new to this. Speed up a bit. Oh yeah, newspaper. Duh. That was the other thing we needed. And actually, we're going to put it in this way. And you'll see, oh, it's beautiful. And it is 11. Okay, cool. So there we go. And then the newspaper is going to go here. And eventually, get that turned up there. See, look at that. 41% popularity there. The shacks are clearing up a bit as they move into these houses. $22 more citizens showed up. We're at 250.
The power of this fully armed and operational revolutionary weapon.
What am I at? 1 year, 6 months. We want the increased revolutionary support, and we don't need the mandate anymore. At this point, we're kind of done. The economy is running good. I never did build any mines, and I will say that if you haven't built them at this point, just leave them alone, because they'll run out and they don't come back. They're not like the other stuff, and you're going to need them later. And the automated mines just chew through them, so just leave them alone. If you can get away without having to actually mine that stuff, just leave it. We probably could have made a lot more money. Iron and gold specifically sell for a bunch of money. Never did find the gold deposit. Oh, I never did find the gold deposit. Might be able to squeeze a little bit extra mandate out of that. But we're going to give the article to Avita here for the increased that. Okay, so here it is. I learned about this yesterday from a guy called Pinbell. Pin something. I should probably respect him enough to learn his name, or at least the fake name he came up with. Pinstar! That's what it was. And he showed me this neat little colonial housing block that fits everything everybody needs. Jesus and booze and food. These houses, the country houses, actually produce food for everyone who lives in there. So the supermarket isn't totally necessary, but it kind of is. If the supermarket wasn't there, they'd all still live there. They'd all still eat. What the supermarket, or not supermarket, this is just a regular grocery. This is not a supermarket, and there is a difference. This enables all the other food I'm growing, the corn, the bananas, not cocoa or coffee, although you'd think coffee would sell. The pineapples I got growing over here. 172, not bad. Still low on workers though. All that stuff makes it available to them, which increases their food happiness. It's a good way to get that boosted up there. Making sure it says it serves 50 people here. We serve 50 people here. This serves 100 people, so I got 100 people at a time. You don't have to have enough to fill your entire population at one point. You just need to have enough room that they can rotate out. So not everybody's going to church at the same time. They'll go and get their religion when it's available to them. Otherwise, they're out working or doing whatever. And since this is all close to their home, they don't have to do a lot of traveling. The only road time they have to spend is when they're actually delivering my shit to the docks, which they had better do, or I am just going to lose my fucking shit. Right here, though, is an open slot. 3 squares, and we're going to put a clinic there, but that's not available until the next level, until the next era. So we're just going to leave that blank. And then maybe we can seal off. We'll just seal off the road here, the block, and it'll be finished. And I messed up. I didn't count it right. And I ended up with an extra slot. We're going to actually fill with those with 2 more houses. There. And there. Now you see, I ended up with a bunch of this big long thing here. And I could do a couple things with it. And I think what I'm going to do is what my buddy here, Nicky boy, put some parks in. And I can just, it won't do much, but I can increase the parks here. I can increase the beauty here a little bit, which will increase the effectiveness of these things. And also just, kind of make it look, kind of finish it off, make it look like a proper little neighborhood. Although I maybe could have spread those out a little bit. There we go. So small, I think there might be some large gardens that are long and 3 across. Doesn't look like it though. I think they're all 2 by 2 minimum. So that's okay. We'll do the small gardens then. Yeah, and actually there are some that are 2 across. So, and there's a few. Well, I like those pools. Let's do that. So, there, see? And we'll leave 2 space. 1, 2, 1, 2, space. 1, 2, yeah, okay, that'll work, I guess. And then small gardens again. And I like those little flower beds. Boom. 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 And then, yeah. Throw just kind of, I like these palm trees. There we go. Is that an entry spot? Yeah. There we go. Looks like a little Rodeo Drive. Nice looking. That's going to get filled in here in a second. Okay. Let's check our beauty. I'm just curious how that did.
Presidente. Woo, I'm getting ahead of myself. Governor, the island is ripe for revolution.
Yes, it is. See? And it took nothing. Just that one little block, and we got that all set up.
Presidente. Woo,
okay, we can program independence
Governor,
at our leisure at this point. And I have a year and 4 months left on my mandate. I want to go discover that gold mine, and it's over here. So just get walking. Go here, find that gold mine, because I want whatever that gives me there. And then at this point, we can just sort of, just kind of wait it out. Let's look at our happiness now real quick. Entertainment, yeah. Food, see? There you go. Oh, thanks, man. Sorry you had to go. Thanks for sticking around as long as you did. Can't think of anything less fun than watching somebody else play a video game, but hey, glad you enjoyed yourself. Food variety. There we go. Housing's up to 33. Still have some homeless. There's plenty of room for more. Like, I would probably build it down here, and that's actually kind of crappy because I wanted this to be more of a thing. But you know what? What's interesting if it ever came down to it. Hey, yeah, if I'll look you up, man, you Nicky boy. I'll see if we can be friends. Yeah, we'll do some co-op. That'll be rad. If this is PS4, we'll do that Big Island. That'll be rad. I've never done that before. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, man. Have a good rest of your day. So what was I saying? Yeah, I could actually like take out one of these, and one of the things I really like about this particular setup, as far as just like crop layout, is so much easier. I can just get rid of one of these, and then I've got a nice, clean little square that I think I could actually fill with one of these pretty easily. Maybe not the full 11, but a lot. I can just, I can live without one cocoa field. I'll be fine. And maybe I'll even do that. You know what? But I don't need to right now. My happiness is fine. We're over 54%. I just want people earning. I just need people out there. Look at that, $103,000. And now we just run it out. At 6 months, I'm going to get another year. And this is part of the final stretch here. How many open jobs do I have? 26. So that's going to kind of stifle growth for a little bit, which is good. You want to pump up growth. Make sure you have about 35 to 45 open jobs at any given time. Autosave. And that way people will keep coming in to fill them. If you keep the budgets of your places up, they'll come and they'll be there because there's so many open jobs. That's how you get people in. Yeah, building permit. I could probably turn building permit off. May is not. Actually, it doesn't matter. 7 months.
So,
at this point, where
there was gold in those mountains. Jolly good, old chap. I believe it's only fair that I get a piece of the pie, having supplied the information and all that.
Meh. Every month that I get to be the governor at the behest of the crown is another month that I'm going to make some money. The more I agitate him, the sooner I'm going to have to give up the comforts of just being a governor and have to go to being El Presidente and move on to the next thing. And then our thing's over. So we'll just drag this out for the last little bit. We're going to do the 6-month increase in mandate. I'm going to get another year in another 6 months. See, and I opened up my gold mine. It was right over here. See, as they walk back, they're going to discover more stuff. They discover a very small kind of circle as they travel, and when they stop, they get a big old bump. Hey, I found some oil. Look at that. Can't do anything with it yet, but there it is. Hopefully he'll walk and he'll discover all these mines too, which is going to make it a lot easier coming up in the World Wars. A lot of strategy guides I've read will say, spend some time and explore early. And I guess I make sense, but as you can see, exploring's a big pain in the butt, even if you build other armies, because the only thing that can explore is an army unit, and the only army unit you have right now is the palace. You can build other army units later. You can build right now if we wanted, but I just didn't do it because it wasn't totally necessary. Okay, I'm about to get a year increase here. And then eventually you get something called the compass, and that opens up the whole map. So eventually the whole map's going to open up to you, and it's sooner than you think. In the World Wars, just kind of grind towards that. It's a lot faster.
By vicious pirates along the way. I had nothing to do with it. Nothing they can prove, at least.
Fail and you won't remain governor with the time for work hard, your mandate will be extended again. I don't know if the mandate gets extended. I've never taken it that far. I've usually only taken the 12-month mandate. And, there's another one. For $10,000 you get another 6 months, and I'll probably end up taking that too, just to build up the thing. Look at that, I got 141,000. Remember a few hours ago, 8-9 years ago or whatever, I spent down to nothing. I had nothing, and it just built it up and built it up. And this is a really healthy economy, and it's going to work really well moving forward into the world wars. Specifically, and we can look at some of this. We'll go to slow here, so it still moves. Coffee. I got some pineapple over here, which, good effect. Yeah, good effectiveness. I love it.
A troublesome band of corsairs has come to steal your treasures.
Okay, so I might be able to do something about this or not. This is the penalty for of not doing any army. Is that... Oh, but fortunately my guys were already out and ready to go, so that's good. We might win, or maybe not. It's 1 against 3. That's an issue. Yeah. Now, as long as they don't destroy the palace, I'll be fine. I can easily rebuild this. This is why it's just a butt. Just... If I had an army, this wouldn't have been a problem. Guard towers are good for this kind of shit, too. And in the next era, I will definitely address... Hey, a friend request. Eventually they're going to kill my only dude and then blow up some stuff and hopefully get bored. Hopefully the palace won't be a target.
Tropico itself has given us a way to gain our independence. I am talking about gold. Mother Earth would gladly sacrifice her precious gifts for our freedom.
Just skip it. I'm not going to have time. Gold's all the way over there. I don't want to deal with it. We just want to finish this off. Let's speed this up. Hurry up and die. Usually, this will be the end of it, and they'll just get bored with me, and that'll be that. Hopefully, they won't get any worse. Yeah, they don't... Yeah, and they took a chunk of fucking money. Guys, okay, I think my major mistake here was not putting in any more army. And so that kind of took a big old bite out of our nest egg, and hopefully they won't return. That's a real flippin' bummer. But I think we can make it back. And I am going to get another bump to my mandate here. Oh, that sucks, man. That sucks. Probably put some guard towers down along here. It'd be a good place for them, actually. The thing about the guard towers is they tend to draw fire. Nice thing about rebuilding is it always puts it all back the way it was, which is nice. So I just have to rebuild. So see, it's really nothing more than just a big pain in the butt. And I'm going to earn that money back. See, I'm already, boom, 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 moving along here. But I think for now, that's all the building I'm really going to do, and we're just going to let the clock run out, build the money up. Thanks for those of you who stuck around and listen. Oh, hey, we got another quest.
Jubilee is approaching.
Okay, so I can pay 10,000 and get another 6 months, and that's fine, cool. And then what's this?
Independence must be every...
I have a grocery.
Thanks to your efforts.
Yay!
The revolutionary movement is...
Okay, so that was the last mandate update I was going to get, and it cost me 10,000. I got a couple more citizens. Hopefully we'll have at least 100,000. That's kind of the goal. To have like 100,000 in the bank prior to switching over. It's going to cost us, we're going to go 20,000 in debt to revolt. If you have a standing army, you can fight it. And it's actually really easy with just a few guard towers. But I just, yeah. At this point, I'm just I feel like I'm committed. We got a couple ships coming in, 6 more citizens. Boom, 100,000. Yeah, see, I recovered. It would have been nice if I hadn't lost $50,000. But, it comes back. We're earning pretty good. We got a good, strong economy. It's going to be a good one going into the World War, which what I'll do is I'll save this, and then maybe I'll do another one of these, and we'll go from the World War, or we'll go from World War into the Cold War era, and kind of do that. Again, no, not a real expert. Don't come to me looking for brilliant strategy, but I think I got it kind of dialed in here. Looking good. I could stand another dock over there and another dock on the other side. Don't want to go too crazy on the docks. And of course, we've got more beach over here. And what you would do when you were playing is kind of look at this and kind of dream about what it will be. I happen to know that this is an iron mine and this is a gold mine.
Good, old chap.
Oh,
You've
shoot.
given His Majesty's subjects food. So now
I almost lost track of the thing. Ugh. Okay, good thing they said something to me. Oh, I get another 6 months? Oh, shit, yeah. Why not? Let's squeeze another 6 months out of that. They want me to do some edicts. And they want the extra rations and no free lunch. See, I don't know. I've never done the no free lunch ever in any of my games, and I don't know if it's got any benefit other than actually the capitalists like it, but they're none right now, so it doesn't really matter. So let's do that one. And also we'll do extra rations, and that is good too.
Thanks to your efforts, the
I
revolutionary
got a 6 month increase.
Stronger.
Increased revolutionary support, which is cool. A couple educated citizens. Educated citizens are so crazy important later on. I think when they say educated, they're meaning high school. We can check that later. All right, here we go. And we got to watch that, because if I don't declare independence before the timer runs out, I lose, and that's it. And I have done that. So you got to watch it. What I was saying was explore the island. We can just do we'll pause it real quick and I'll just show you what I meant. There was that beach over there, and then over here is another beach. And what's special about this beach is there is some ancient ruins, which are good for tourism, and waterfalls are beautiful, and that increases tourism as well when you put this in the tourist. So this is totally the tourist area. You leave it untouched as long as you can. Maybe grind out whatever's in here just to get rid of it, and then you totally keep this pollution free and full of hotels and just keep it clean and lots of fun. I think you can do some stuff. I haven't really had an opportunity to mess too much with the tourism access. Oh, I finished off selling all the bananas. Hooray. Just in time, too. When you go to the next area, all of your trade stops, and you have to redo all that. So that's perfect timing that I got to finish that before it was lost to me. All these people running around in and out like little ants. We got 4 months. Yeah, no, stuff's moving out of there. Good. Okay, I was worried. 3 months.
Presidente. Woo! I'm getting ahead of myself.
There we go. Okay.
Governor, the island is ripe for revolution.
Yep, it certainly is. And I think I met a good, decent number of my goals. I wanted to have, which I didn't actually make out loud, but these were kind of the goals I had in my head when I did this. I did want to have over 300 people. Totally could have had more. There's plenty of room on the island. Basically, the number of people you bring in is, in the colonial time, almost directly proportional to the number of jobs you have and how much money you're making. They are happy to live in shacks. I did a revolt with almost no housing. I could have done it with no housing. If I had not built those houses and just plugged in the church, gave them Jesus and food and booze, and they'd have revolted with me. And I didn't even to build houses. I just thought it would be nice for them. Came out good. Got over 154,000. I like to believe I would have had almost 300,000 had I not got robbed. But, shit happens. We're down to 1 month on our mandate. I'm not foreseeing any more extensions. It's time to revolt. And we will proclaim our independence now. We're given a choice.
His Majesty is most amused by your declaration of independence.
You got two choices. You can buy your freedom, which doesn't cost you your cash. It's not going to take 20,000 and put it there. I believe it gives me 20,000 and it puts me in debt. And I have to pay that debt back in the next thing. But that's okay. We will deal with that in the next thing. Or we could say let them come. Had I had any foresight at all, I would have put up at least a few towers. Because tip, at least at the medium difficulty level, perhaps even at the others, I haven't really played at the harder levels that much. Fighting them off with a couple of towers is pretty much all it takes. If you have a bunch of towers kind of all bundled together, they can only really attack one at a time. It's an easy fight. But we don't have any of that, and I think my army's dead anyway, so here we go. And that's it. We're in the World Wars now. Pretty soon they want us to set some constitution bullshit. We are going to move this at a different time. Hey, those of you who stuck around, thanks for watching it. I hope it was a success, and we'll try another Twitch broadcast later. Have a good day.